how 6 months, 10 months, how long?
10 months. 10 months.
$4.
Yes, sir. You can definitely borrow.
Come
$4.
on, I need $4, bro. So talk to us. What is it?
So think about that.
Yeah, talk to us.
Yeah. So think about, all your life what you've been taught. And guys, I'm not talking bad about what our parents told us, what our grandparents told us, because for many people of color, it's just the way it was. It's just like, this is your route. This is what you need to do, because, hopefully, because they never went to college. Right. They didn't get education. So they're saying that, hopefully, prayerfully, this will be the answer. This will be the way for you. That's why they sacrifice. But it's really up to you to make sure that you even go harder. And one thing I want everyone to know is that, hard work does not equate to you becoming successful.
Say it again.
It does not. Hard work does not equate to your success, because I worked hard working in a shipyard when I was 18 years old. I worked hard framing houses, being a grunt person. I didn't know how to read a blueprint. So I'm carrying all the 12-foot long beams for the roof, the plywood for the floors, putting up, walls, building walls. That's what I did. Hard work. You know how much I got paid a week to do that? $300. $300. So you mean to tell me this is life? So that's what's pushed me to, because I saw my dad do that. That's what he worked, and I mean, as far as an example of hard work, I always got that from my father. So I was always going to be a hard worker. But one thing he did tell me, he said, Tino, you got to work smarter, son. Don't do what I did. My dad dropped out of high school when he was in 10th grade, right? Because he had to make money to help support his family. And so I said, well, education is going to be the way. And let me tell you, I was educated enough to understand that staying in this position was not going to get me to the goal and the dreams that I wanted. So so everyone on the call, be smart to know that what's in front of you right now is not always what it was cracked up to be. Don't be afraid to make a change. Jump ship. Don't be afraid to jump ship.
If the Titanic is sinking, don't stay on with the guys playing the violin.
Don't stay on with the band, man. The band was playing as the ship went down, like Steve Harvey said.
Mo, here we go. Okay, so let's and Mo, I mean Ellis, I appreciate that, bro. Mo, talk to me about the benefits. Boom, I become a business owner. I'm gonna say the first one that I heard. Mo just told me it could take 10 years to get to 100K. The traditional route, it could take 10 months. Now, obviously, you could fail. Don't get it twisted. Everybody not Ellis Suazo, right? Everybody haven't got it like my man. Look at him. Don't he just look suave? Gonna create some content with this, by the way. He's gonna create some content. But boom, I'm a business owner. What does it give me?
I mean, controlling your own time, energy, and money. I mean, your life. You take back control, the flexibility, man. I was just having this conversation on a national conference. Being able to go to my, my son's game in the middle of the day and still going to handle business. Being able to eat breakfast, with family. Eat dinner and then still running business. I mean, that's not unheard of in the corporate world half the time, because you're in their time. You get up at 5 and you try to squeak past the supervisor. And 10 people don't call it off. Hey, yeah. Hit me with the, I'm going to need you to stay a little bit longer. I need you to come in on Saturday, and develop TPS, the TPS reports, if you guys remember the movie. But guys, it feels so good to be in control, and it's crazy. A lot of people, I know my mom was calling me, Mark, did you get your stimulus check? Did you get this? Guys, I don't even know if I'm eligible. I don't even know how to get it. I don't even pay attention to it. Why? Because I chose to create my own stimulus package 4 years ago. That my business is thriving because we're solving problems. We're solving and helping the 54 million plus people that's filing for unemployment to get their time and energy and money back, so they never have to worry about that. So food can always be on the table for their kids. The bills can always be paid, and they can still make money and grow. We're solving the problems to help people protect their money.
Can I pause you there?
Yeah, sure.
How does that make you feel? And I'm actually being very honest here because you're talking about 54 million people who are out of jobs, furloughed, looking for employment, whatever, right? They're collecting unemployment. Whatever the reason is, they're collecting unemployment. A lot of people are scamming. We got Susu. You guys, has anybody been asking you guys to do a Susu? Is that what it's called? Did I say it right? Is that right? Is that how you say it correctly? Susu?
100%, man.
100%. Join my, they do the little, I'm talking about, join my whatever.
Join my circle.
There
Drink this Kool-Aid.
So how does it feel? I heard you say you guys are helping families, protecting assets. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel encouraged because before, 4 years ago, I couldn't help people. I couldn't even help myself. Now I'm in a position to actually give back and help others and show that, hey, I was just once there and I made a decision proactively, reactively. And now I can help other people make decisions proactively as well as reactively and show them a way to instantly create a stronger foundation so they don't have to worry about that anymore because it hurts, man. I grew up around all this type of stuff when it comes to people getting sick, cancer, drugs and just everything. And it's like, you can't do anything. It's like, there's nothing you can do. Just say encouraging words. And now I can actually physically help. And that just makes me feel really, really excited that I can, help, at least attempt to and educate people. Because sometimes you can show people to the well, but you can't make them drink the water. You can show them to the door, but they got to walk through it. But at least I know in my heart that I literally have a solution and I gave it to someone and then they make a decision. And that's all I can ask for.
Time, but I know there's a question that a lot of people are waiting for the answer to, and that's question number 3 in this conversation. So I want to give you both an opportunity to answer this question. It's very simply this. We talked about the traditional route, going to school, get good grades, get a good job, and working really hard for money. Let's flip that notion on its head and say, okay, I'm listening. By the way, guys, we've been on for an hour. So I've been having this conversation with you for an hour. I've been listening and learning. You guys are telling me about entrepreneurship. You guys are explaining to me your stories. But I just simply want to know, how can I put money to work for me? What is some simple things? I'm a regular guy. I'm not a millionaire. I don't have 10 grand in the bank. What are some simple things I can implement today? Concrete. What's a concrete plan that I can institute to help me allow money to work for me so that I'm not always constantly working for money? And I don't care who goes first, but I'm really interested to hear from both of you gentlemen, you experts in business. What are some things people can do? The everyday American, the everyday African American, what can we do to help ourselves?
Man, first off, man, just reach out to me and I'll tell you what to do personally. Just reach out.
And if you can't reach him because he's boozy, you know what I'm saying,
reach out, type Ellis Suazo on Instagram. You'll find me, Suavecitos, man. We can have an offline conversation. I'll tell you all about it. But no, man, obviously you want to make money work for you. You want to have money work for you while you're sleeping, right? You want to build. There's 3 types of income that you can make, right? There's first and foremost, there's W-2, you get a job, which is not making it work, right? Number 2 is passive income, which means that someone else is doing something and money is coming to you, much like a McDonald's, for example. The business is running, so money is coming passive. Or residual, a way for money to come back to you on an anniversary or something, or it pays you out periodically, quarterly, yearly. So some of the key things, first and foremost, when you say, well, Ellis, how do I do that? I don't have anything. Well, first thing you got to do is get disciplined in saving some money, right? You got to get disciplined first in saving some money because we see that, probably half of the nation doesn't have $1,000 in a bank account right now. That's a huge problem for many, right? A flat tire can set you back because it's a couple $100, right? So number one, you got to be disciplined in saving some money. You got to cut the fat off some things. You got to cut back that extra latte at Starbucks. You have to realize how much money you waste. Americans waste a lot of money, right? We see it in marketing all the time. Get two for 10, but one of them costs $6. That's manipulating you. That's a way of marketing to manipulate to get your money when actually now you spent $10. You didn't save anything. You spent $10, right? So the second thing is once you get that discipline, you save some money. Maybe you save a couple $100. And second thing you got to do is, like Maggie said, go get that DBA immediately. Get that DBA, because in order for money to work for you, you have to have a way of legally being able to do some write-offs and things like that, so that you can benefit from having a business. And then the next thing is, get with a group of guys who want to do something. Obviously one of the big things is people want to get into real estate. They want to buy a building, have some income like that. You could pursue that, or pursue something like penny stocks. Try to put it in a couple dollars into the stock market, have something like that grow for you. And Warren Buffett has given us, he's given us a lot of great advice, right? But I will say, if you're going to invest, make sure that you have time to let that money invest and work for you. So many people want it right now. You want it right now. It's not going to come right now, right? You got to build up to that. So that would be my two things: being disciplined and saving. Maybe getting with a group of individuals that can build with something, maybe in real estate, maybe in penny stocks like that, or in the local community. That knows. Usually, a lot of times, what people don't, and just sit back and reflect, what can I do? Usually, if you think of something that comes to you, like, man, this is a bright idea, usually you're the solution to it. So many times people just don't sit back and think, what am I the solution to? What is my purpose? What am I here for? What can I do to help others? You know what I'm saying? And be great at whatever it is that you do. Be great at it, right? You have to put all your energy, time, focus into one thing. And obviously we hear, so many people say, you need multiple streams of income. Yes, you do want multiple streams of income, but you have to first get great at your Mississippi River. Because the Mississippi River does not feed into streams. Streams feed into the river.
Dang.
That's what I think.
First, he said, holla at him. By the way, we're going to get his social media so we can follow him and tap in with him, because I think he's saving the nuggets for when you talk to him one-on-one. Number two, he said, guys, you can look into real estate, penny stocks, but he also said associations. Get yourself around other like-minded people who are also looking to do the same thing so you guys can have synergy. And then number three, what was number three again, brother?
But number three was, what did I say? Oh, I said number three, you got to be disciplined and saving.
There it is.
You got to start being disciplined and saving.
There it is. Mo, I want to hear from you, man. I'm a young man, and I like Ellis's notion. I've got $250. Right, I got $250. I pay my bills. I got a Jordan collection, but I got $250 outside of that. I want to be a millionaire down the road. What should I do?
Well, just like Ellis said, it starts here first. It's your mindset. It's your limited beliefs. You got to get rid of that. Sometimes people think they need all this money to start a habit, right? It's just bad habits and good habits. If I'm going to work for myself, I got to change this first. And then start small. And then second, once you do that, get around other people that's in the know that can help you. Don't think you got to do it by yourself. I know for me, for so long, I was just, I think it's just my Virgo nature. No one can do it better than Maurice, but I learned I don't always want to be the smartest person in the room. I want to be almost the rightest person in the room. Typically, the people that are always right typically never really succeed. You want other smarter people around you to help you, and vice versa. And so, literally, association, your culture, your environment, people that literally can help you, that thinking different, that went through some experience, that are accomplished, and getting having those type of conversations. Because if not, with this Ellis thing, a lot of people do want to save money, but the problem is not that they don't have bad saving habits. The problem is they don't have enough income to save. A lot of people are living paycheck to Friday, and I say that because you get paid Friday morning, and then by the Friday afternoon, it's gone. Right? And so getting out that mentality of like robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? All this, remember those statements your parents used to tell you. It's got to change that mindset. Like, no, I'm going to be a millionaire. Okay, I need to start doing millionaire habits, getting up early, going to sleep late when everybody else is up, going over your next day, your culture. I want to beat the sun up. I want to look when other people are snoozing. I want to work harder. And that's how you really get money to move, because you're moving, you're doing things and creating different habits for yourself to get it to go. And then what happens? The universe automatically comes to you. I can't tell you guys, since April, I paid my guys over $240,000 since April.
Come
it's
on,
now
man.
September.
Tell me the how much? How much?
$240,000.
So you do know.
April.
Hold on, Mo. You know I'm gonna ask Alex next, right? So I don't. I'm just letting you know.
He ain't got to answer. It's okay. We understand. But that's the thing, and I sit in there and I get emotional because I'm like, wow, all my guys are part timers. They work in here. They're barely making ends meet, and I'm helping them keep things afloat and beyond because I gave them an opportunity and they trusted me, a coach and a mentor, to help them get to that. I got people 20 years old making, I had a person make $4,000 in 1 week, just right now, part time. And that's the thing that inspires me. Why? Because they decided to change their mentality and say, you know what? I'm going to control this. I'm going to help. I'm going to have a purpose. It's not about money. It's the mission. It's the mentality. It's the, hey, I'm going to do this because of this. Everything else is a byproduct. And the point I was making is that the universe just comes. When you're trying to do the right thing and you're keeping the discipline like Ellis was talking about, and not worrying about I need it now, and saying, you know what I do, remember, what you do 60 days from now shows up 6 months later. What you do today shows up 8 months later. So sometimes it's not instant gratification that you need to worry about. You're in it for the long game. It's not a race, it's a marathon. My words of Nipsey Hussle, right? But that's my take on how the money works for you, man. That's how I.
Hey, really quick, I wanted to hop in right there. Mo, I love that. But one of the things also that we didn't share that truly has helped all of us on this call is probably the cheapest thing that you can do is go read.
Come on,
read.
Come on.
Go read. What does it take to be an entrepreneur?
Give us two book references.
Business.
2 book references.
2 books, man. The first book is obviously Rich Dad, Poor Dad, right? And the second book I'm going to say is Relentless by Tim Grover, which is Michael Jordan's coach. Come on, man. Go read those books, man.
Mo,
read those books. And by the way, 283,000. 283,000.
Look, competitive culture, man. I love it. For me, the book that changed my life, my thinking, is The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team.
Okay.
It really shows you how to be a better leader. I'm just diving into reading our coach and mentor's book, Next 5 Moves. And here's the thing: the reason why I reference that book is because, and I really like Relentless, but I didn't want to say the same book as Ellis. But sometimes we always want to make move 15 before we make move 1 and 2. Hey, I want to be a millionaire. All right, tell me I need to be a millionaire right now. But we don't want to put the work in and do it and make the smaller moves, right? And, just like anything else, it's the little things that make things pop, right? It's the little habits. It's those little 2 5-minute conversations you having with that team member when they're having a tough time. It's all those different things. And those books really are starting to help. The 5 Dysfunctions really helped me become a better leader, helped me understand to be vulnerable, and just as a person, as a man, and as always a leader. So those are my 2 right there.
Guys, we got to wrap it up. But before we do, by the way, there's a lot of people asking how to contact and get in communication with these 2 highly sought after professionals. Just real quick, talk to us about your social media. How can people get in contact with you? People are yearning and wanting to know what it is they can do to learn this money game that you guys have the keys of entry to.
Man, really simple, man. Just hit me up on Facebook, man. Ellis Suazo. Last name is Suazo. You can look up the same thing on Instagram. You see me, Suavecitos, to pop up. Just reach out to me, man. And then just hit me a DM, hit my line, hit me a message. We can have a conversation, my man. I'm all about empowering our community. I'm specifically big on pushing the culture of entrepreneurship in the South. It's a huge mission of mine, considering I'm from there. And I've seen the effects of poverty. I've seen the effects of a poor mindset. A lot of people just have a poor mindset. Like, I'm poor. You're not poor. You're actually rich. Every person is rich. You just got to tap into your talents. Something that the education system is not doing. Right? Because if you look in business, people are successful by collaboration. And there's no collaboration in school. Either you make an A or you make a C, you're not smart. It's not true. Right? But again, Ellis Swazo, Facebook and Instagram.
Mo, what you got, brother?
Hey, man. Listen, we over here winning championships, man. You want to win a championship, you know, Mr. Suavecito, Dane Mac, myself. Listen, you can reach me on Facebook, Maurice Hansberry, as you see right here on the screen, or you can reach me on Instagram. My handle is mhans1205. That's M as in Mary, H as in Harry, A as in Apple, N as in Nancy, S as in Sam, 1205. Just spelled it out for you just in case. But listen, man, we're all about, if you want to learn more about the rules of the money game, you want to learn how the entrepreneurship game works, and you want to win championships for your life, for your community, you know, reach out to me, man. We have a conversation. We're always willing to help. You know, even though Ellis trumped me with the 283, at the end of the day, it's still not even a median salary, you know, more than triple the median salary that, you know, an average person makes in a year. We did that in literally 5 to 6 months. So, and it's not about that. It's the mission of helping people. That's just a representation of how many more people we help come into entrepreneurship, how many people we want help understand the rules of the money game. So that's how you can reach me, man. You know, on my handles.
Before I let you guys go, there's a young lady, Mo Hansberry. There's a woman, and boy, this brother fine. Ooh, he looks so good. I just there's some girl going ham about Maurice. Oh, her name is Tori Hargrove. Who's Tori Hargrove?
You trying to set me up? What's going on? I'm a married man. Tell him how that means. Tell him to send me the DM.
He's married. He's a Hansberry. Hargroves ain't Hansberries. Guys, don't get mad at me, sis. Appreciate you guys for tapping in, man. It's been a pleasure to spend time with you tonight. Guys, if you're looking to grow a business, to be mentored, to get coaching, you're in the Chicago area, you heard Ellis talk about the South, and and anything they said sparked your interest, intrigued you in any way, shape, or form, tap in. These fellas are available. They will be more than happy to help you win in life and in business. Gentlemen, I appreciate you guys for your time. It's been amazing spending time with you guys. Guys, we're going to spend about 5 more minutes together as we wish our two brothers from another a goodbye. I'm gonna throw my fingers up, Cali style. How do we do it? I know what they is.
You better be careful. You better be careful. You better be careful with that.
I'm not in Chicago, so I can throw it. Hey, but hey, man,
I appreciate you, man.
Heck yeah.
Thanks for having us on.
Guys, go win the day. Go win the day, guys. It's essential that you guys continue winning. By the way, we 5 deep today. Just saying. We 5 deep. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We 5 we going for 10, baby. We going for 10.
The night's still young, brother.
The night is young.
All right, man.
The night is young. All right, guys. That's episode 2 of Men and Money. We're getting ready to wrap. I want to give you guys coaches' final thoughts. I want to talk to you guys real quick. In conclusion, and about doing something impactful for yourself. Right? You guys heard us have our conversation about associations and why it's so key, so critical, so important to put yourself in an environment with people who are going the place you want to go. You guys heard Moses. You heard Maurice say, you don't want to be the smartest guy in the room. You don't always want to be right. You heard Ellis say, school teaches you that you're either an A student or a C student. Guys, life is a microcosm of prototypes. Does anybody know what a prototype is? Prototype means I want to be a millionaire, so I'm going to try this. Oh, that didn't work, so I'm going to try this. Oh, that one didn't work, so I'm going to try this. You've got to keep failing your way to success. If you fail to try, then you're trying to fail. Right? But if you have the goal to say, hey, man, I don't mind messing up a couple times to get where I want to go. By the way, I don't mind messing up in a couple of relationships before I find my rib. I don't mind messing up a couple times in a career path before I find my true purpose. That's when you're going to get somewhere in life. I'll never forget, guys, when I graduated from high school, went to college, got my degree, became a teacher. The next thing I became, you know what I became? I became a coach. High school football coach. John F. Kennedy High School, Fremont, California. We went like 2-8. Championship culture, 2-8. But let me tell you something. That experience changed my life because that was the first time I was put in a position where it was my requirement, my job, my responsibility to champion young men. They were looking to me for answers. They were looking to me for structure. They were looking to me for guidance. Right? And then I took that skill and became a principal. And I went through a scenario of politics. You guys heard Mo talk about politics. He deserved the promotion. Someone else got it. Guys, life kind of forced me into entrepreneurship. I got into a point in my life where if I really didn't have a choice. And so it was something that I looked into, and I spent a lot of time, effort, and energy researching what was going to be the right way for me. But you know what's crazy? 2 short years later, you know what they call me? They call me coach. See, the difference is before I was coaching in an athletic arena, right? I was teaching, young men how to play football. Now, it's my job to teach people how to win in the game of life. It's my job to teach people how to learn how to run a business. It's my job how to teach people to fix their mindset. Get out of a deficit mindset. Move to a growth mindset. Move to a space where you are willing to improve. Be a prototype until you get to the outcome you want to get to. We did this last time, and it was interesting because every single time we have this conversation, I'm looking for 3 good men to mentor. 3 good men. And there's 66 people on the call still. There's 66 people still listening. I'm going to challenge you guys. Here's your action step. Here's the thing that I'm going to see if you guys can do. If you're still listening, and there's 67 of us still on the call, just go into my DMs, and all I want you to do is I want you to put the name of a young man who you know, who you think, who you have an idea, a mentor or a coach could really change their life. I want to have a conversation with that young brother. I want to have a conversation. I want to see if there's anything I can do to help. No strings. There's no product for sale, right? We're not trying to sell magazines or something like that. What we're trying to do is impact lives. Now what we're trying to do, what we are doing. What we're doing is making a difference, one at a time. Each one teach one. Each one reach one, and in turn teach one, right? I never forget when I was a teacher, and my first principal, her name is Estella Santos. She said, Mackie, you're going to be an amazing principal. You're an amazing leader of young men. I said, man, I appreciate that. What I got to do? She said, you don't got to do nothing. Pay it forward. And that's the only thing I asked it to you. God has put me in a position now where I'm okay. I do okay. Last month, my business paid $120,000 of income to my team in 1 month. In 1 month, $120,000 went into families who are learning how to play the game of money, who are learning how to be business owners, part-time, full-time, sometimes it doesn't matter, right? We're teaching people how to put money to work for them. It's powerful. It's powerful. And so, as we close out, I want to know who are 3 young men? Like, hey, I don't care if they're 8, they got to be an adult, but they got to be 18. I don't care if they're 45. Hey, I got an uncle and he just hasn't found his way. I'd love to talk to him. Hey, I've got a cousin. He got furloughed from his job. I'd love to talk to him. Hey, I got a nephew. He loves to do photography and he wants to learn how to be a business owner. What are the steps that he has to do to get to his dreams? I'd love to talk to him. And if you got a young lady, my wife can talk to her. I predominantly work with gentlemen, and my wife works with young ladies. But guys, that is our time. I am so grateful for you. We didn't get to 150, but I think we got up to 108 live. Last time when we stopped recording, guys, we had 2,100 views. I don't know what we have yet, so we'll see that in a second. But we're not stopping. This conversation is going to continue. Right? We've already set up the next 3 or 4 episodes. What we want to see from you guys is we're getting ready to transition to YouTube. Follow our story. Come and join us, right? Join a conversation of people only trying to help people improve and get better in life and in business. And remember one thing, guys, on this team, crew love, right? It says everybody eats, if you see that. It says everybody eats. We have a we over me mentality. We take ordinary people. We make them excellent. All right, we teach you how to protect, save, and duplicate those skills into others. And we want to make sure you make money. Guys, that is my time for the night. I'm so thankful for you guys spending time with us. I can't believe we had 100 people watching us live, or 108, whatever it was. We just 3 young black dudes trying to get, I'm an old black dude now. We just 3 black dudes trying to do what we can to be a positive influence in our community. But the most important thing we can do, guys, is hopefully we change your mindset so you'll make wise decisions down the road. You need help with anything, please do not hesitate to hit me up. I'll be more than happy to help you. Once again, guys, I love you with the love of the Lord. And as always, be excellent.